Previously on whatever the hell this is. What do you have to say? You're clicking where text does not exist. Type several spaces or tabs to type text there. Oh! WordPerfect, motherfucker! So, WordPerfect is a thing. I've never used it before. I've heard of it. It's always been some sort of mythological creature to me. I know it exists, or at least I think it exists. But I'm surprised it hasn't just disappeared entirely. And I know it hasn't disappeared entirely because sometimes I'll receive instructions to say, okay, you need to send this document in editable format, and it'll specifically say like Microsoft Word or WordPerfect format. I started out my word processing with a manual typewriter, as in these things. They worked as long as you were absolutely perfect and you never made a typographical error, which definitely does not describe me. Then, as we got to high school, we had a computer lab with a bunch of iMac G3s, you know, the ones that came in all the fruity colors. And I think they had like Applewrite or whatever. Eventually we got Microsoft Word installed on them. And I basically just used whatever we had. I've used Notepad to write homework assignments. I used WordPad to write some of the earlier scripts to this series. Nowadays I use either LibreOffice or OpenOffice, whichever one I remember first. Open source, very similar to Microsoft Word. Doesn't cost money. Basically the reason. And at work we have Microsoft Office, so I just type stuff on Word. In fact, I still do a lot of writing by hand. Normally when I write a story, I'll have an outline, handwritten. The first draft or two might actually be just fully handwritten, as you can see in this example. And when I do my editing, oh boy, does that become even more of a nightmare. This whole Fuji Golf situation has basically been the exception to every way I normally write a story. It is pretty cool. I definitely got a lot of writing done a lot faster by not outlining in advance. And in the case of a backstory, I'm not really that concerned with making sure everything fits together perfectly. And that's probably why I chose to do it like this. If I were to make like a full-on novel or novella, I would definitely outline it because at that point I would have a point that I'm trying to make. No pun intended. But the other thing I realized is we've been doing this whole thing on Word 97, and I don't think I've come across a situation where, oh man, I really wish I had Office 365 or whatever the current version of Word is. It just feels like every word processor is the same, although I haven't actually tried many word processors other than Word. So I guess we're going to put that theory to the test. Let's see what WordPerfect 8 has to offer. I've got a list of things I want to do with WordPerfect 8. I want to focus mainly on tasks that I either didn't do or couldn't do on Word. Okay, so if you don't know what Netscape Navigator is, that was actually, no, let's install it. Yes, let's install Netscape Navigator. We might mess with that someday. Oh boy, I don't know if I've ever used Netscape Navigator. Well, would you like to connect to Netscape's setup site? No, thank you. No, we don't need to. You may. Okay, thank you. Okay, Corel. Let's try this Corel Central demo. I don't actually know what that is. This is a really good idea. Red font on this purple background.
Corel Central features powerful calendaring and scheduling features. You can view schedules in daily, weekly, or monthly form.
I got it.
Creating an
I get it.
is as easy as
Hurry up.
sending an email. Build a to-do list.
Okay, I don't. What the heck?
Call by simply entering.
Ah, God.
You can not only have a voice conversation, but you can exchange thoughts and ideas via a shared whiteboard.
You know, I might actually want to try that conferencing if I can get Corel whatever 7. Okay.
Corel Central is your center of
Okay,
operation.
thank you. Now you do get the reference center, which is basically the instruction booklet. So we'll do the WordPerfect instructions. And it's on Envoy Viewer, which I think is a way that Corel had of looking at WordPerfect documents. If you didn't own WordPerfect, you could at least look at it. So let's... Problem is the scroll wheel doesn't work. But you see we got 448 pages of goodness. So anything you could possibly want to know about this program is probably in this book, which we're not going to read. But I really appreciate that we have it. If I were going to use this seriously, I would actually read it. Okay, let's actually set this up. This is also very, very purple, and I approve. Practice running the following license accounts. Go ahead and read the license. Okay, we can make our one copy for backup purposes. That's good. You may not create scandalous, obscene, or immoral works using the clip art and photo images. Well, you know what we're going to be doing. By using the program, you are warranting that you are not a foreign person or under the control of a foreign person. So this is a section that I like to call racism. The serial number is... You don't actually have to type in a serial number. Custom. You can actually run everything from the CD-ROM, which I would not recommend. Well, maybe nowadays it's not that big of a deal, but I think back then it would be awful running at 4x speed. Okay, so we'll be using the C drive. I want select all. Thank you. Checking my computer. Your system font table does not have enough room. Sure. I've never seen a program use the context-sensitive property bar as a feature. We've come a long way. The shadow cursor! Oh, I am looking forward to having fun with this thing and then being annoyed by it. Fonts you select have been copied. However, setup cannot register all of them because the fonts key in the Windows registry is full. Alright. Restart computer. Oh, that stinks. Well, are we done or not? What's going on? Oh. Setup is complete. Okay, so you will need to restart your machine in order to see your new I already restarted. Please tell me I don't have to restart again. Okay. I guess I don't. Alright, I see a bunch of new icons in the taskbar thingy, which I don't like. So, what are these? No, you don't need to display the dad on startup. Goodbye, Dad! Wow, that's a lot of things. Alright, let's just whip up a WordPerfect document real quick. Where is it? Where the heck is it? Why is it up here and not Corel WordPerfect 8? Now, you did notice they made such a big deal about all those property bars, so let's just go ahead and enable every single one of them. Aw, come on! Okay, I wonder if there's a way to... Oh. Okay. Okay, I like our interface. Everything fits properly. Perfect expert. What? Oh. That thing takes up a lot of space. Okay. But no. No! No! Is there like a move button? I want to move it to the right, like bottom right, without it snapping to the freaking... Okay. Just barely inch my way there. Oh yeah! I can click anywhere! Anywhere! Okay. We'll have fun with that later. Document 1 is... What's the shortcut to save? Save F3? Okay, and I can actually open as copy, which that's pretty cool. So this I can now intentionally do a read only. So if I try to save it, it should make me save it as something else. Oh, well. Yeah, okay, so it will not let me overwrite it. So that's pretty cool. If you want to mess with someone else's document, but you want to keep the old version, you can do this, and it'll basically force you to save it as a new file. So now we can save it as a new file. 5e. Alright, so what lets me type everywhere is the shadow cursor. I can just click anywhere and it'll automatically make all the tabs I need to get to that spot. You see there are now tabs here, whereas there are no tabs except where I clicked. And you have this little shadow that tell you where the cursor is going to jump to when you click there. View shadow cursor. So if you uncheck shadow cursor, then it'll behave like your standard word processor. You can also change the shadow cursor. You can make it a different color, so we're just going to make it purple. You can have it snap to space. So see, now I can put it in way more precisely. And it'll just make a bunch of spaces. Well, it'll make tabs until it gets to the point where a tab would actually skip over the cursor, and then it just adds spaces. Now here's the other thing. Let's say I want the text to be here. Well, I can just type normally. And then when I run out of space, it'll just start shoving it. So it's not like, you know, 2 blocks of text are going to interfere, and then you can actually put it there. What I can do is I double-click a word, it selects the word. If I triple-click, it selects the sentence. Quadruple-click selects the paragraph. And that would probably be the one feature that would actually convince me to go with WordPerfect. Because here, double-click, triple-click goes to the paragraph. I can't select a sentence by triple-clicking, and that actually is annoying. We have something called undelete. So we're going to just highlight this section. Hit the delete key. And by using Control-Shift-Z, it creates undelete, and I can just vomit it onto the page, and it'll make sure this is what I want so I can restore it. If I use the backspace key, it works as well, even though it's called undelete. Now let's say I delete this part, and I want to put it here. Control-Shift-Z, it will actually vomit it wherever the cursor is. So that's a really obtuse way of cutting and pasting. Now this is different than the undo command. So let's say I delete this stuff, move the cursor here, and I just do a regular undo, it'll put the text right back where it was. Where's the ruler? Oh no, ugh. Alright, I gotta move stuff down. How do I create tab stops? Let's ask this thing. How do I ask it a question? Okay. How do I create tab stops? What are the other possible choices? Okay, to indent text. How do I create a tab stop? Wait. How do I create tab stop? How do I create a tab stop? About tabs. What? Okay. Use tab stops. Set tab stops. And it just tells you. And also, you notice that when you're asking a question, he gets on his little dog bone phone. Okay. How do I create a tab stop? Nope. Not only is it not cute, it doesn't work. Make it fit. Current number of pages, 12. So if I do 11, it's gonna... It like compresses the text a little bit. And now it's on 11 pages. So let's say I want to make this fit onto 10 pages. There you go. That's a much easier way of doing it. Make it fit onto 9 pages. And now it's getting even more compressed. It's 10 point... I don't even know what the size is. Hold on. 10.9 size font. I didn't even know you could get that detailed. Alright, what if I want to make it fit to 1 page? Oh. Alright, so this thing cannot get lower than 4 pages, but there we go. I'm going to add a bunch of stupid formatting to this using my nice little tab. Wait a minute. Why do I have only 3 fonts? Okay, you know what? No, I want that. Let's get rid of graphics. Okay, font. Are you serious? I have only 3 fonts? You got mad at me for wanting to install more than the number of fonts, and now you're giving me 3. Hold on. Where did all my fonts go? I had more... What happened to my fonts? I mean, I don't care. These are the only 3 fonts that I would ever use, but okay. I've somehow uninstalled my fonts. Oh boy. Alright. Let's just make this courier new. We'll make it bold, underlined, size 4. Maybe that's a little too much. Let's do 8. Okay, there we go. So what I can do is click inside this paragraph, format, quick format, and copy the format at the insertion point to, let's just do this. Okay. Now if I click in the next one, it just, the entire second paragraph, which is the rest of the script of Shrek 2, matches the first one. So if I just do a greater than tab, click the home button to return to the perfect expert initial... What? Well, anyway... Wait. What the heck? I'm hitting enter and it just shoves everything down as opposed to moving the... Okay. There we go, that works. So what's supposed to happen is, let's say I do plus, and then I hit a tab, it'll just convert it to a special bullet, and if I hit enter, bullet 2. So somehow I've managed to install a word processor that doesn't have fonts. Okay, to be fair, the font situation probably isn't WordPerfect's fault. I'm going to blame that on either Windows Millennium or myself. You're probably familiar with autocorrect. It's called quick correct here. Let me make sure it's enabled. Correct other mistyped words when possible. Sure. Obviously, it fixes the double capitalized letters. Now you see if I right click, I can choose companion or companions. What if I do this? Companons. Enter. Now there's companion ways. There's 3 options. So let me try a word that has only one possible suggestion. Companion ways. There's supposed to be an option where if you type in a misspelled word and there's only one possible correction, it will automatically make that correction, but I'm having a hard time misspelling a word in a way that there's only one possible correct spelling. What's a complicated word that can't be... Oh, oxen. What? Yeah, I definitely meant Asian. Oh, I got one. Peninsula. What the heck is that? A small pennon. What the heck's a pennon? A long triangular or swallow-tailed flag, especially one of a kind formerly attached to a lance or helmet. A pennant. Oh, okay, I'm an idiot. I've been here for like 4 minutes trying to think of a word that... Ugh. Okay. Roman. Oh. What the heck? What did I just click? Oh. What? There's only one option. It didn't auto-correct it. No. Alright. Do I not have that enabled? Alright, well that was a waste of time. I guess I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway. Hangman game sheet, really? Oh, that's pretty cool. But how do I actually, like, I get this, I just, Wait a minute, I don't have this font. What is this font? Can I, please? How do I get into this? There we go. Hey, my fonts are back! Well, that is a lot of fonts. Huh, I want to try something. Oh. Okay, I guess Word doesn't have fonts anymore. Where did all these fonts come from? What if I do just a regular-ass new document? Which apparently I'm not allowed to do. New. WordPerfect document. Now my fonts are gone. Health, beauty, aids, eggs, canned food, eggs in a can... Actually, do they make canned eggs? There are no safe approved canning methods for eggs. Pickled eggs are peeled, hard-cooked eggs in a solution consisting basically of vinegar, salt. That sounds awful. Oh, I can buy canned eggs. I guess. Nope. We're gonna start... Yeah, I don't get my fonts anymore. So I only get my fonts when I play Hangman. We're gonna do balanced newspaper. And we obviously want borders. Let's have that border. Fill like this. Basing inside. There we go. Oh yeah, we do want circular gradients. Color that. Yes. Here is our newspaper. This is a dog. His name is Pancakes. He is a good boy. But one day he came across a building. This building is evil and it hates things that are cute. Because Pancakes is cute, the building hates pancakes. Fortunately, all was not lost because the hammer of justice came to save the day. There's the hammer of justice. Now everybody gets to live and also have waffles. Is there a waffle here somewhere? It's good. Pancake won an award because he is too cute. In fact, he is so cute that the world cannot handle his cuteness. Is there like a... So a judge sentenced Pancakes to exile, and now he doesn't get to live on the world anymore. The world is sad, but at least they have lobsters. So, actually, I want to move this lobster. Oh, this is so laggy. Here we go. So, as you can see, the WordPerfect is trying to format the newspaper article in a way that it keeps all the columns equal, and the fact that I am putting all these stupid pictures all over the place is kind of ruining it. WordPerfect is trying the best it can. And I think you see the problem is, yeah. Let's change this to parallel. Okay, that didn't work at all. This is so laggy. I'm assuming it's because I'm running this off a virtual machine. Let's do a regular newspaper. Okay, so the regular newspaper is a little better. I need to make this dog smaller. There we go. This is okay. I'm done trying. This is the best I could do. That's our story of Pancakes the dog. So WordPerfect doesn't even know what to do with this nonsense. It crashed. Yep, not respond. What the heck is per win 8? Oh, let's kill it. Oh boy, this is laggy. I'm sorry. Again, I'm gonna blame this on the fact that this is a and it's just completely frozen. Alright, I ended task. I think this computer is disobeying me. There we go. What's find fast? I didn't save that, did I? I wonder if there's like an auto recover. This is taking a really long time to load. And it didn't load. Can I do WinWord now? Okay. Oh, it's still laggy. Oh boy. I'm gonna restart the computer. The virtual machine, I should say. Please. Alright. I don't know the DOS command for shutdown, so we're just gonna do it normally. Okay, can I... Okay, now it's working. Backup. Nothing. I lost my newspaper article about pancakes. It's gone. Unless it was this. Nope, that's trick too. I wonder if I have fonts. Okay. Nope. You know, some of the features in WordPerfect that are not in Word are pretty cool. I have a feeling, though, that the reason I prefer Word over WordPerfect is because that's what I just happen to have used first. I find it strange that... Wait, what's my font navigator? Let's try this. I have 1,151 fonts. Look at all these installed fonts. Yeah, here's all my fonts. They're all here. It's just I can't select them for some reason. Alright, let's try, elegant letter, because I know that, yeah, Garamond. So I can use Garamond. What if I just type in a font? Aachen BT. Okay, so that works. I wonder if it's just there are too many fonts and the window doesn't know what to do. So let's reduce this to 45. I don't know, but I can use the font if I type it in manually. All right, whatever. So that's WordPerfect. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Word 97 has done the job. So I don't even know why I don't know my line is the problem.